Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. First of all thanks and praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I'd be nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know Jesus, just ask him to be in your life and get to know him. Say, Jesus, I want to know who you are, and he'll answer you. Don't worry about it. So there was this question I saw on Boxing Ego. Shout out to Boxing Ego. They were debating about Brook versus Spence Jr. And one of the things they were saying was that Keith Thurman, he got that one-time punching power. You know, in that little debate, which I thought was very interesting, they talked about the punching power of Andre Berto, the punching power of Keith Thurman, and then they talked about Errol Spence's punching power. And I just thought, you know what, let me compare these guys. What do I mean by this? And they did all kinds of punching power, right? There's guys who hit hard, like he was saying. I'm trying to remember what my boy's name is. He was saying it, you know, he's a boxer and everything. Troy King, that's the guy, right? So King Troy was saying that you have different kinds of power. Like, okay, you got blunt force power, which is like a guy hit hard, like Lucas Matisse, like Gennady Golovkin, right? These guys have heavy hands, they hit hard. But then you got that knockout power, where a guy got enough speed to snap your head back and put you to sleep. You dropping on the canvas, you staying down. Referee don't have to count you out, nothing, it's over, right? And then you have the guys who can break you down and then stop you, right? It's a TKO. The referee has to be interrupted. The fighter is off balance. They get up, but not necessarily ready to fight. You know what I mean? So I was kind of curious about that. So I'm going to look at the KOs that these so-called knockout artist fighters, Andre Berto and company, have, right? We're going to actually look at the KOs, not the TKOs now, all right? And we're going to look at who they KO'd. So all of that is very important, right? So first of all, Andre Berto. Let's see how many KOs he got first. So we look through here. Andre Berto, he be retiring people and all of that, but who he put to sleep? He put a guy to sleep. His name was James Creighton. And this was a fight in 2006. This was his 15th fight. James Creighton he was a journeyman, 34, 22, and 2. Okay, he knocked that dude out. He was a journeyman. All right, so all the way up here, he wasn't knocking nobody out. All right, he was knocking nobody. He was stopping people. Oh, he did knock out Victor Ortiz. He did knock out Victor Ortiz, 31, 5, and 2. Good fighter. Kind of a little bit shot, I would say. He ain't the Victor Ortiz we know, but it is what it is. So that's 1. That's 2. James Creighton. 3 is a guy called Tyrone Washington. He was 8, 2, and 1, while Berto was 9 and 0 and 0. All right, stopped him in the first round, put him to sleep. Then there is another one. This is number 4, I believe. William Johnson. He was 6, 4, and 1, so he was kind of like doing the journeyman status and got knocked out in the first round. That's about it. He had 4 KOs. All right. So early in his career, he was getting the KOs, and then his most recent fight, he knocked out Victor Ortiz. Cool. Let's look at Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. basically break you down. All right, he break you down, go to the body, come up top. He's a guy that's more of a boxer than he really is a puncher, but he got some good pop, and he'll work on you and break you down. Kind of remind me of Julio Cesar Chavez and those kinds of guys, but he got much more technique. How he does it, he's a southpaw. Alright, he knocked out Leonard Bundu. That's 1. That was a top tier opponent he knocked out, so that's big. Bundu was old, but that's beside the point. He knocked out a guy called Peter Oluoch. He was 12, 6, and 2, so he's kind of like a journeyman. Knocked him out in the 4th round. So he broke him down, knocked him out, right? That's 2. Eddie Cordova, 4, 4, and 1, another journeyman. He knocked him out in the 1st round. That's 3. Guillermo Ibarra, he knocked him out in the 1st round. He's 11, 3, and 1, which is a pretty good record. And he stopped him in the 1st round. That's 4. And then Jonathan Garcia, the very first fight, he stopped him in the 3rd round. The guy was a journeyman, but still much higher level than him. He stopped him in the 3rd round. That's 5. So he got 5 people he knocked out. All right, at different levels also. So that's interesting. Okay, 5 people. That's Errol Spence Jr. Keith one-time Thurman. Alright, let's see what happened with Keith one-time Thurman. So, Keith one-time Thurman knocked out Diego Gabriel Chavez. That was an undefeated fighter. That was for the interim WBA championship. Diego Gabriel Chavez is a good Argentinian fighter. He knocked him out in the 10th round. That's big. Okay, that's big. Let's see what else we got here. That's one. He knocked out a guy called Quandre Robertson in the 3rd round. He knocked him out. This guy was 15-9-0, so he was kind of a journeyman. That's 2. He had a string of knockouts early in his career. Omar Bell, undefeated, 6-0. Stopped him in the 1st round. Jason Jordan, he was definitely an old journeyman, used out journeyman. He was knocked out in the 1st round. We got Jesse Davis. He was a journeyman, 9-0, much more experience. He knocked out in the 1st round. Brandon Buchanan, he was 5-6-1, another journeyman, knocked out in the 1st round. So that comes to, let's see, 1. And Tremaine Boone, he had a draw in his first fight. He was knocked out in the 1st round. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 people who were knocked the hell out of his fights. Okay, let me check it again. Diego Chavez was a good one. That's 1. Then you got Robinson, 2. You got Stalin Lopez. That's 3. Another undefeated fighter. You have Omar Bell. That's 4. Jason Jordan. That's 5. Jesse Davis. That's 6. Brandon Buchanan. That's 7. And Tremaine Boone. That's 8. So he knocked out 8 people in his career at different levels. All right, at the very top level, the top tier level, he ain't knocked out nobody. He stopped some people, but he didn't knock out anyone, right? So this dude, he has some kind of life-altering knockout power. Keith Thurman. He hit you with one shot, you could go down. Kell Brook. His first knockout is where? I didn't even have knockouts in his career. And he had no knockouts in his career. So Kell Brook got respectable power, but he don't put nobody to sleep. He can't put you to sleep with one punch. Okay? Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia knocked out Rud Sulka. But then again, that was a mismatch. So, but anyway, that's 1. He knocked out Eric Morales. That was a big one. That was a champion. Okay, 58-8-2. Experienced world champion. A little bit old, but still, he put him to sleep. Alright, that's 2. He knocked out Mike Anautis, good fighter, top contender. That's 3. He knocked out Enrique Collin by KO. That's 4. And he knocked out Marlo Cortez early in his career, kind of journeyish man guy in the 2nd round. That's 5. So he got the same amount of knockouts as Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? And he knocked out a dude at the championship level, which is pretty impressive. Keith Thurman knocked out somebody at close to the championship level, a partial title, so that's pretty cool. Errol Spence got the same amount of knockouts as Danny Garcia. Kell Brook got none. And Andre Berto, he got 5, is it? 5 knockouts. So Berto, Spence, and Danny Garcia, they all got the same amount of knockouts, right? Danny Garcia got probably the best set of knockouts because he got it at the championship level, and then he got it at the, contender level, whatever, and then he got it at the prospect level, right, or journeyman level. And then you got Keith Thurman. He got close to championship level. He got partial championship level. He got some guys who are in the prospect level, and then he got people in the journeyman level, right? So it's Danny Garcia got the best set of knockouts. Keith Thurman had the most set of knockouts, showing how dangerous he really is. Errol Spence Jr., he got some decent knockouts, and Andre Berto, he's around the same thing. All those guys got about the same thing. Kell Brook, unfortunately, he don't really got no knockout power. He got power. He can hit hard, but apparently he don't put people to sleep. So that's interesting, That's very interesting. So on that note, you guys have a great one.